It's over. Almost. Monday Night Football still yet to come, but I am here hitting the airwaves first with my engineer, loved one, / somewhat producer of the show at this point in time, because we're really just doing the Sunday shows, and then I'm doing a whole bunch of other things. But people, you saw Gridiron Junkeez. Make sure you follow it for the best football takes on the internet. I get a crap ton of comments saying I'm an idiot, which means I'm doing my job correctly. Cameron, how you doing today?
Hello, I'm doing good. We just got back from a good vacation, so.
Yes,
Feeling
quick
great.
vacation. Where'd we go? Let the
Went
people
to
know where we go.
Albuquerque, New Mexico.
ABQ.
Albuquerque. My first time in the great state.
You would categorize that as a great state?
Yeah. I enjoyed. Well, we went to Albuquerque, which I'm assuming is the busiest part of.
Yeah. No. We're okay. I was pointing at my camera, but yes, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, yep. Albuquerque. Yes, busy.
Yes. Well, the busiest city, and we went probably during the busiest time of the year.
Hey Siri, what is the population for Albuquerque, New Mexico? Oh, she didn't say it because my sound's down. 564,000. 564,000 people. So less than 1 million people live in you called it a great state. Food was good,
well,
I will say.
The city of Albuquerque. Is that the whole state of New Mexico?
I would assume, we could just assume that Albuquerque is what New Mexico is. But what I was going to hit with is food was really good. Okay, I was expecting dog shit cuisine. Instead, I got put on to some really good spices, and I got put on to one of the greatest things, which is the red and green chilies.
The chilies.
Red chilies?
The greatest thing that New Mexico has to offer. Every place had chilies.
Every place had a menu item in which it involved chili heavily. And it took my body, a solid 24 hours to adjust to the heavy dose of chilies that I was eating. But what I got put onto, and just to save you the trip of going down to New Mexico and having to figure it out, when you go down, there's red chilies, green chilies, or you can do them Christmas style. Christmas.
Which is a mix.
It's a mix of red and green chilies, and you can get that on everything. You can. There was red and green chili. You could Christmas cat shit if you wanted to.
we got green chili Whataburger. First time trying Whataburger.
Way better than In-N-Out.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I think it could use a little more sauce, maybe some mayonnaise or something.
I would say,
but the
spicy ketchup was good. I liked the spicy ketchup as an option, and it wasn't a packet. It was like a little cup, dipping sauce.
My favorite, yeah.
It's really good. I recommend Whataburger, but I know we've talked about good food. We did go to other places.
Oh, yeah.
La Waffleria fucking shocked my taste buds. Okay?
So good.
It was one of the best meals I've ever had. They had the best fried bananas that were in a funnel cake type breading with powdered sugar, fucking caramel sauce on a waffle, dude. God damn, La Waffleria, I am
shout out.
Just mad impressed. If you ever go to New Mexico, make sure you check that out. I oddly had 2 people reach out to me and say, hey, you're in Albuquerque. You should try out this place. It was the last place on earth that I thought I would be traveling to, and I would have people giving me recommendations. But they know, and so there was a couple of other cool things, and I know we're gonna definitely touch on NFL Week 6, but we had a fun weekend trip, and we are using this show as a journal of sorts because the memories fade. So while it's fresh, we landed this morning. We shall go down memory lane a little bit. We talked about the Christmas items that you can put on every single piece of food that you have. There's also a hot air balloon festival. It's called Balloon Fiesta, and it is the Super Bowl for Albuquerque, New Mexico. There are more people in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I think it literally doubled the population. I think we were in Albuquerque when there was close to 1 million people. They said that it draws 500,000 people throughout the 2 week.
Their most profitable weekend by far.
Of course.
No other, or 2 weeks. 2 week span.
Yeah, no, the rooms are sold out. There's balloons, everything. It is hot air balloon stickers. It's hot air balloon cookies. It's hot air. How else can you incorporate hot air balloons? They found a way to do it because it's 2 weeks of just some balloons flying up. And I'm going to be honest with you, if you're not a morning person, you won't like the balloon fiesta. Like,
well, they have night thing. We did a night thing. I thought was cool. They just don't take off. They didn't take off at night.
Yeah, and there was shake. So cool. What was your favorite character?
Ooh, I don't know. There were so many. I like the Yoda one. He was kind of scary though.
Yeah,
at the beginning.
We took a significant amount of edibles. We were so fucking just gone off the eds, and there was a devil head. There was one that looked just like Satan himself as a hot air balloon. Creepy.
That was creepy.
Okay. It was super creepy. I was just like walking around. Like all the pictures from me this weekend in New Mexico, my eyes are practically shut.
Yeah.
Because my parents party like they're 14 years old.
Oh my God. His parents are wild. I love it. It
shocks me.
We're like, holy shit.
I'm like, I don't necessarily not saying I'm fucking getting old, but like they're taking retirement to okay, we are we are gonna have the most fun we've ever had. My mom sneaks in shots to the game. My dad stumbled into a dispensary. We our first place that we drove into for the day was it was supposed to be a breakfast place, ends up being a dispensary. And as me, Cameron, and my mom are discussing what to do for breakfast next, my dad just walks off, goes into the dispensary, comes out with 2 bags of shit. He's like, oh yeah, they had this. Oh, I really like that. I'm like, my God.
And weed is so cheap in Albuquerque compared to Las Vegas.
Holy fucking shit.
It's insane. I was mind blown.
Okay, hit them with there's.
We got a gram cartridge for $29. They had 2 gram cartridges. You can't find a 2 gram cartridge. You can't even find a gram cartridge in Vegas, I feel. You can find 0.8s.
Yeah.
And they're like $60.
Yeah.
$2.50 pre-rolls.
Yeah.
Even if they're shitty, you can't pass that deal up.
People in Albuquerque are getting absolutely sloshed. They were having, and we're edibles. We're an edible family for the most part. They had 100 milligrams for $5. That's unheard of.
Yeah, and they also had.
And they smacked the shit out of me.
100 milligram things for $1 on sale for $1.
So this is the perfect segue. We talked about the balloon fiesta. It's amazing. Check it out. Super Bowl of everything, right? We were there for my brother's football game. All right, the entire purpose of this trip was to go watch Junior play at New Mexico. Both teams desperately needed a win, and at this game, we were able to, while intoxicated, have a lot of fun. And the first thing I want to pull up video-wise is the people at New Mexico are just so lost. There was next to no people in the stands. We're talking less than an attendance of 1,000 people, without a doubt. I didn't even have to fucking. Was it close? No. It wasn't even close. Less than 1,000 people. I'm ripped off the eds, and then I see their mascot. And their dance team, there was a kerfluffle on the field, and I was able to catch it on video a little bit. Cameron, if you want to run that video now. So that dude is sprinting after the mascot. The mascot had apparently gone the wrong way. and there's no need to sprint back. I don't think you need to sprint back. But everybody needs to sprint every once in a while. It's a good reminder right there. How sweaty do you think that mascot was?
Man can't go without him or something?
So the band, I think, was waiting for the mascot. I don't know. That was 4 minutes before the team came out, too.
Because what did he even do over there? I don't even think they did anything
after that. They didn't do anything right after. There was no need to sprint, but I'm just watching this play out. I'm like, God damn. This dude, this is really serious. This is a serious ordeal. With all that being said, there's a little video that I'm going to compile that I'm going to be posting here in the next couple of days. Make sure you follow Gridiron Junkeez to watch that video. it's going to be pure comedy. That entire trip was pure comedy, and I want to piece together something really nice to encapsulate it all. The most exciting thing, though, aside from having a fun time with my parents and Cameron and seeing balloons and then seeing a mascot run around, is that the Spartans won. Ooh. They not only won, they fucking dominated this weak-ass team. And I know I had mentioned earlier that there was less than 1,000 people. When there's less than 1,000 people in the stadium, you can hear everything. And we were relatively close. We could have literally sat wherever we wanted to, minus the press box. Rightfully so. We would have probably had to pay like $15 or something. But why? Why do that, right? So we're sitting relatively close. And what keeps happening is I see New Mexico snapping the ball. And when they snap the ball, and very similar to a lot of college teams, they snap it and they clap. They go off a clap. And it's an odd thing to go off of. Obviously when there's a lot of people in the stadium, it's hard to make out with all the cheering that's going on, that distinct clap. However, at New Mexico, I was like, holy shit, if I can hear them really well, they can probably hear me really well. So what I was going to do, and what I did do, is I started clapping before the snap. I would try to get my best clap on. So let me get a little. You got to be like distinct, quick, loud with it, just like how the quarterback is. I felt very confident when the team was like a yard, like anywhere 5 yards either direction of me, that I can cause a false start penalty. So I started timing this up, and I had my mom help out. Cameron, you filmed. Mm-hmm. Let's run the tape on if I caused the false start.
How to cause a penalty. The clap.
Third down, I can cause a false start here. They go off a clap. So let's see. 2-1. 2-1. Holy shit.
Did we do it?
Give it to me. Let's go, bum. Fuck yeah. All right, we got ours. Yes. Of course, I had to cheer up. My mom actually, so here's the thing. My parents were like, at a certain point in time, like worried that we were going to get kicked out for this. To which then I reply, listen, if you're going to kick me out for legitimately clapping on time, okay?
I feel they couldn't. I feel you can't stand on that. Like, yeah. So I'm just clapping. I'm just clapping,
sir.
I'm just a happy fan.
I'm just clapping. It just so happens that I clap once, and it's usually before the offense snaps it.
It's not my fault there's 40 people in here.
I do the same thing when it's dead silent in basketball and they're shooting a free throw. You get him with the last second. It's dead quiet. You hit him with the last second. It freaks him out. You know what I mean? Like, where the fuck did that come from? Some drop? But instead, I caused a false start penalty along with my mom. And we did this a couple of other times. I kept doing it throughout the night when they were close to me and it made sense. I feel like I caused one other one. We didn't get that one on video, but it was like the first one that made me realize, I was like, holy shit. Like,
I think I'm doing something.
I think I may be having an effect here. New Mexico is really bad at football, though, so like I won't put it past it. They were just going to jump off sides anyway, or false start anyways. But that was amazing. I could not believe that I was able to get that video. Shouts out to Cameron for the cam credit on that one. Literally, cam credit. There was one last thing I wanted to pull up, and since the Spartans dominated, my brother sent in a video of him double headshotting a guy, meaning he plays left tackle, all right? So when you're watching this video, he's going to be the furthest lineman on the right because it's like reversed angle. So he'll be on the right side even though he's playing left tackle, all right? You're going to see him go in once, pop this dude, knock him off balance. The dude's going to come running back again, and my brother's going to give him a little headshot. And it really, like, that is how people get sent into concussion protocol. I don't know if this kid did go into concussion protocol, but you should definitely check it out. Let's run that video, and then we'll hit the NFL Week 6 after this. Boom. There's the first one. Knocked him off balance. Bink. Oh. When you land on your fucking ass cheeks with both, yeah, that's
just
like
tossed him.
that's how people fall down when they're in the snow. Just oh my gosh, that's how you break your wrist too. Fall down snowboarding. Don't put your hands behind.
Don't brace yourself.
Don't brace yourself. That was all bad. Spartans win. Fun trip. Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Check it out.
Food, fucking 8.2 out of 10.
Mm-hmm. If you like
chili,
flair,
if you like a little Native American touch. However, overall city quality, fucking 3.5 out of 10.
Oh my goodness.
You want to avoid this place. Unless it's Balloon Festival weekend, bumps it up to a 5.5.
Yes.
But nothing more than that. I am not going to give any more credit to New Mexico. That's that. Okay. NFL Week 6. It starts off with the Chiefs taking on the Broncos, the Chiefs defeating the Broncos 19-8. This is a game in which it's really starting to highlight, ladies and gentlemen, that although the Kansas City Chiefs are the epitome of winning, they find a way in every single game that they're in. They never get blown out. That's not even in question. Even when games are close, you know that they're going to come out on top because they have the greatest quarterback of all time. However, why isn't this team having dominating offensive wins? It is something that shocks me, and I've seen this even last year, and this was my gripe with them last year, and I've been trying to find a way to identify it. Yes, they were winning. Were they absolutely crushing people with the tools that they had? No. And I know what people are saying. Oh, they don't really have all the tools in the shed to really work with like how they have in years previous, to which then I respond like, okay, they need it. Like the NFC has teams that put up a lot of fucking points when they need to. The AFC has the Dolphins. Okay, so you have to go through them first. But if you want to win the whole thing, you're going to have to put up 40 points a game at least once this season. The only time they've put up 30 points this year was against the Bears, and the Bears are dog shit. They're really bad. Cameron, did we have a stat for Russell Wilson? Hit me with it.
Yes, so he was 13 for 22 for 95 yards.
And you missed the most important one.
2 interceptions.
Fucking
2 interceptions.
Let Russ cook. They're so bad. They're just not a good team. And it's over for them. And they know it's over for them. What's next for Russell Wilson? That will be something that we need to identify on a show that I'm going to be on tomorrow with Nick Days and Veterans Minimum. That's a question that I'm going to ask him. What's next for Russell Wilson?
Acting, maybe. I think he'd be a good actor.
Yeah. A great spokesperson,
Commercials.
He kind of looks like a caramel chocolate, just like a light caramel. I wouldn't call him like light skin, but he's like a light caramel. I don't know. Saw those
Kind of light skin. Yeah.
times out there in the sun. Russell Wilson, though, is a really white name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So maybe a caramel chocolate instead of a caramel. That was kind of funny. Not really. On to the next game. This game was played in London. This is the last time. That was me stomping on this. Don't. Yeah. You thought somebody was breaking it. The last game that will be played in Europe until November 8th, and then it's going to be like a barn burner. I think the Dolphins are going over and playing the Bills. That's going to be.
That's going to be a good game.
Or no, it's Dolphins versus Chiefs. That one. Remember, I even just said it in the game previous. It's crazy the way that these schedule makers just know how to get it done. But this game that was played in London today was between the Ravens and the Titans. The Ravens beat the Titans 24-16. Lamar Jackson just does not look comfortable in a spread offense, and I don't like it. And although they're experiencing success, OBJ, there was the vintage OBJ is back. I don't necessarily think that's true. I don't like the way Lamar looks when he throws on the run. He misses people sometimes when he's rolling out, and I'm just like, bro, just Lamar. Okay. I know the right thing to do is to throw it 8 yards downfield and have your receiver catch it and get out of bounds. Okay. The best thing to do is to get your fucking ass juking and moving, bro. You were a highlight machine. the year that you won the MVP award, all right? So what is happening in your head that you're like, I don't know, are you just like protecting your 200 fucking $50 million bag? Is that it? Do they pull up like when the going gets tough? I know the Ravens won today, but it's just something that I need to see Lamar be a fucking highlight machine. He has not been it lately. Although, you know, his defense is doing a phenomenal job. The Titans, they lost Ryan Tannehill. That's another question. What's next for the Titans? Because Tannehill's not it. Malik Willis doesn't appear to be it. It's just a dying franchise. And the Ravens were able to sneak it out in a game that is probably a nightmare when it comes to coaching, where, you know, at least the Jaguars are like, okay, I'm going to be down there for 2 weeks. You can like plan things out. It sucks that you're out there for so long, but you just get to stay out there and you can acclimate. For the Ravens, it's like, God damn, you know, you got to fly across, fly back. It's on the schedule. It's just got to be a nightmare. You feel me?
Yeah.
So
They should always have a bye
correct.
after a London week.
Correct. Justin Tucker, 6 field goals this game. Pretty impressive.
Oh.
I need the Ravens to make it to the Super Bowl and lose. That's it. That's it. That's all I need. And I will be $1,900 richer if it's the Lions that defeat them in the Super Bowl. On to the next game. Bengals 17, Seahawks 13. This was a game I picked in Wager Wars. It was a 45.5 over under. I said, hammer that over. This is two defenses that love giving up points. And the fucking opposite thing happened today. 30 points scored in this game. It goes way under. But I didn't necessarily pick the wrong side in the fact that, like, these teams weren't capable or they didn't put themselves in positions to score. They just played so poorly in the red zone. Every team that I watched today actually played piss poor in the red zone today. Like, it just seemed like they were there. They were there. They're constantly there. And a whole bunch of these games, the red zone channel, and, you know, I didn't really play it too much mind. I feel like the number's been in the 60s or something. When they do the touchdown montage at the end and Scott Hansen's like, this many touchdowns were scored today. It's 45 today.
I feel it was a low-scoring,
Super low-scoring.
low-scoring day.
Kickers were relied on heavily.
And a lot of missed field goals.
Oh, my God. We'll fucking talk about that. But Justin Tucker wasn't one of them that was missing them.
No.
That was for damn sure. But this Bengals-Seahawks game, it was just a defensive surprise for me. They were getting pressure on both sides, and Joe Burrow, he definitely, when the blitzes are dialed in and they're getting pressure and they're actually able to put hits on him. Listen, he may have been running full sprints on Friday, but if you think that this man is honestly not a fucking rolled and like a roll up type tackle away, Josh Allen today with his shoulder injuries, we're experiencing, guys, like we're almost 2 months into the season. These nicks and bruises, they add up, okay? And although Joe Burrow was sprinting on Friday, I mean, geez, he did not look like he was sprinting around too much today. That defense was on his ass. DK Metcalf, absolute hothead. The fact, it would be so easy for me as a athlete to just constantly watch DK Metcalf lose his shit and get personal foul penalties and just know that, okay, I can guarantee one of those a game. If you have a good corner that's a good shit talker, you know what I mean? He's got a good mouthpiece on him. You can get under DK's skin pretty easy. I don't know what it is that necessarily makes him fucking go crazy and start hitting people. Multiple times where like the play will be over and DK like goes up in front of the guy and just yeah, I don't like you. You said something mean to me, which I've never understood. It's like, listen, it's idiotic. That's the only way to put it. Because if you're the second one, you're the idiot. You have to realize it. You're like, oh, you beat me to, like talking shit about you and like really fucking crossing a line. He beat you to it. You don't need to be the second person to be like the alpha macho man. You kind of got to do it so you don't get the penalties. Yeah. And then when you do it when you don't get the penalties, it's the ultimate release of I just fucking owned you in every which facet of the game. DK Metcalf has not figured that out. Next game, Jaguars 37, Colts 20. Jonathan Taylor's return to the Colts was their biggest demise. Although the Jaguars are, they're pretty fucking good. The Colts could have made this game a lot closer if they weren't having to rely on, oh shit, Jonathan Taylor's back. Let's make sure that he gets carries because we paid him. Woo! Stop with that shit, dude. It's so fucking predictable. And the worst thing is, you paid a running back when Zach Moss has been having career game after career game after career game. Dude was averaging like 20 points plus in each one of Jonathan Taylor's absences. And now that he's back, hit me with the stats today hit me with the Zach Moss stats, Jonathan Taylor stats, and then what a real running back does for the Jaguars.
Oh, okay, so Zach Moss didn't do as good as last week. He only had 7 carries for 21 yards. It's not a lot. Jonathan Taylor, he had 8 carries for 19. Also not
dog shit.
And then Travis Etienne, 18 carries for 55 yards.
Now that's how a man.
It's a real football player.
That's how a man runs a football, brother.
Football player.
That's how he does it. Yeah, no, they fucking dogged him. One thing that I remember when we were signing up today for Boyd Sports Gaming, couple of things. Boyd Gaming is like very close intact with FanDuel's odds. I think they get their odds from FanDuel. There's a lot more props, and their live play for games, fucking superior. I haven't even dabbled in a live play in literally like a year. Thank God. That's when problems start. Because I think I'm better than the live betting odds. So I'm losing money at twice the rate. But I can't do that shit on Circa, so I've completely like put it out of my mind. And now I go back and I'm there, and we had to do a $100 deposit. Go fuck yourself. Literally on DraftKings, the commercial that you see every single weekend, $5 will get you $200 in play. Literally betting $5 will get you $200 in play. Guess how much you get for $100 at Boyd Gaming? $100 gets you $10 of bonus credit. And I literally asked the guy who looked like Chrissy from Sopranos, is there any other bonuses? He's like, nah. Which obviously tells you, right, Vegas will eventually die when it comes to gambling.
I hope so. I hope it's just FanDuel and DraftKings and all that.
I think this is the start, and I'm going to actually bring this up for on Wednesday's show with Bill Krakenberger and John Orlando, Wisecracks. I'm the engineer for that show. You can also catch me there on Thursdays. Those episodes come out. I'm going to ask him that question. Do you think it will die? Because at a certain point in time, if you're not in favor of the player, it flips. Because there are people in favor of the player, giving lots of bonuses, and to me, it's like you're.
But Vegas has so much money. I feel it doesn't matter. Like the Vegas casinos have so much power and money, and people will constantly give it to them.
I get
regardless of bonus bets.
I get it.
People come here to lose money.
That is all true, and I know it's got to be astronomical. But you just think about every sports book that's opened up in the last 10 years. You know what I mean? It's not like you conquer in a single swoop, but it's a long, battle of attrition. And I'm not even saying that they're going to die, but what I'm saying is you better fucking start giving me a bigger fucking bonus when I put $100 down. Can you match it? Can we match a hundo right now? I feel like you're putting me in a box.
Are you telling me you don't have $100?
$10 box. Are you shitting me? In this economy? $10? Go fuck yourself.
And no shirt or hat. Circa at least gave us a shirt.
Fuck.
I got nothing. I got a pamphlet.
Nothing.
I know how to fucking sports bet. I don't need a pamphlet about it.
Yeah, Chrissy was like sitting there trying to fucking bro, no, listen. I mean, I don't know. Do we give off the vibes like we don't know what the fuck we're doing? You need to start jumping down these people's throats because I think it comes from you. They're like, oh, the pretty blonde girl's here. Let me just walk you through this handle. So this is what you call a money line. It's like, shut your fucking ass up, bitch. I put in 8 teamers weekly. 8-teamers weekly. That's a rant. That's a rant. The reason why I even brought that up is because I witnessed the Jaguars score 14 points in about 45 seconds versus the Colts. And I was like, Colts are hanging in, Colts are hanging in. And then it was just like, boom. I turned around. It was 14-3. I was like, God damn. What happened? On to the next game. It was a very similar game where it was like, kind of what happened? Dolphins 42, Panthers 21. Wow. Panthers jump out to a 14-0 lead. And I shit you not, there was a group at the Boyd or at Suncoast, the sports book, and they were talking about that game, and they were like, "See, I told y'all. They go figure them out eventually." It was 14-0 Panthers at the time, and then before you could even fucking say Tyreek Hill, they were already up 21-14, which leads me to believe, Cameron, that this team is. If I would have picked I still might actually do this. I might change the Ravens to the Dolphins.
I like the Dolphins. I think they're really good.
I think Lions defeat the Dolphins in the Super Bowl. We should probably put that exact in just to be safe. They're so good. Okay. And it's not even them as a whole. Okay. They have the best player in the league. Tyreek Hill is so unguardable. Death, taxes, and Tyreek Hill touchdowns are the only things that are fucking guaranteed in this life. That's it. The man is always open, and he does cool dances. He literally took some dude's GoPro, did a backflip, handed it to him. He's like, I don't give a fuck if I have to pay the $10K. You think I give a fuck?
That shouldn't be a penalty.
It shouldn't. It's they said he's using a prop.
What does that even mean? Why can't we use props?
You can't use props. You can't do finger guns anymore. You know what I mean?
Can't do anything.
See, if I was a player, I would fucking just score a touchdown, and I would just like take a pride flag and just like, yeah.
It's a prop.
Prop flag.
That's a prop.
But I would do it for the sole fact of thinking the NFL won't fine me for this. Do you think the NFL would fine a player for waving the pride flag?
During a touchdown celebration?
Cameron, it is not even a fucking question. Fuck no, they wouldn't.
I mean.
Fuck no, they wouldn't.
It's a prop.
I guarantee you they wouldn't. They would wave that motherfucker.
Where would he get a pride flag?
I don't know.
During the game, someone's just on the side holding it.
I don't know. Just I may do this as a social experiment.
Step 1, get on the field.
Step 1, get on the field. Step 2, make a flag with the team on one side, gay pride flag on the other side. Step 3, Tyreek Hill scores a touchdown. That's guaranteed. Step 3, without a doubt, it's going to happen. Step 4, hand Tyreek Hill flag. Step 5, he waves it, realizes it's a gay flag, throws it down. Tyreek Hill hates gay people.
Oh, God.
Oh
no.
That's all we needed to talk about for that game. That leads us to Vikings 19, Bears 13. I won the trade. It's official. It's official. Big Body Cisco gave George Nico Collins. George gave Big Body Cisco Justin Fields. Nico Collins goes off on the main stage today, as he will continue to do for the remainder of the year because CJ Stroud is that good. Justin Fields played like absolute dog shit today. 6 for 10 for 48 yards. He had a handful, or maybe like 20-something rushing yards. And then he goes out with an injury. And here's the thing. A lot of people, and I may go back on this, on YouTube left a lot of comments, Cameron. Sometimes, the algorithm pushes out, it sprinkles the hate throughout all the algorithms. YouTube jumped my shit for that Justin Fields one. Lots of people that were like, bro, Justin Fields is going off right now. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm like, just wait and see. Just listen to the people of Chicago, okay? They knew, all right? I didn't need to fucking judge, all right? They're like, oh my God, am I on the verge on this one? No, fuck no. He is bad. The Bears are bad. They lost to a 1-4 Vikings team. Bad. Next game, Browns, shock. Absolutely shock. We had 2 shockers today. The 49ers. Yeah. It was Browns 19, 49ers 17, in a duke it out, slug it out, nasty fucking game. The over-under set at 36 pushes That was one that was like all week. I was looking, I was like, give me the over. Give me it. I want it. And then I'm watching the game and I'm like, God damn, man. The things that the 49ers fans knew would come eventually just so happened to come in this game. Christian McCaffrey. He's been hitting too many crunches. Hurts his oblique because he got hit in one of his crunch spots. He was doing too many of these little side guys.
Too many TikToks.
Too many TikToks, and he got hit on the side, and he hurt himself. Trent Williams gets rolled up on. Thank God he came back in the game. If the 49ers lost Trent Williams, they'd be in some serious shit. And then Deebo Samuels, with that fucking dump truck of a butt he's got, injured himself. It drags him down.
What part got injured? What does that have to do with the part of the injury?
It's the balance. It's the gravity.
Did his leg, or did he just fall?
Yeah. It's just he's back heavy. He's back heavy. Yeah. I just bring it up because it's always a joke being made on the American fan, and I said it and I was like, that's gay as fuck. I brought up the gay flag and Deebo Samuel's having a huge badonkadonk. Enough of that. Pause. That was gay. I recognize I was gay. Enough of that. All right. The 49ers, they had injuries, and PJ Walker just played a lot better than most people would have expected. The Browns defense is good when it's raining and they're in Cleveland. Like it was just the perfect storm for the 49ers to fuck this up.
Every other team's kryptonite.
Every other team's kryptonite.
It's fucking rainy. Let's go.
Let's go. It's a slippery field. We have a chance. And they did. They shocked the world. It was the first shock of the weekend. We didn't think we would experience too many more shocks, but we almost experienced a big shock on Sunday Night Football. Everybody knows, though, that the second biggest shock, and this will lead us into, actually, we have one more. We have one more game. We have
the Commanders, too. You kind of jump past the Commanders. Falcons.
Do I want to talk? Oh, yes. Okay. Let's hit two more morning games. All right. Commanders 24, Falcons 16. Falcons had 3 possessions with less than 10 minutes to go, with the score being identical. They just needed 8 points. It was 24-16. Repeatedly. Desmond Ridder throws 3 interceptions, and every time Desmond Ridder threw an interception, you just saw Art Smith with the mustache. He'd be arms folded, and then the interception would be thrown. He'd go like this.
I like that you can hear it.
You couldn't hear it. Maybe he had a little stubble going to himself, but it looked like a fresh stash. You know what I mean? It was a really smooth rub right there. It was just like, At that moment in time, like as a coach, when you've, fucking thoroughly blown it, and I mean, it's not necessarily his fault. Desmond Ridder played like dog shit. Like he played so bad. 3 interceptions, and the last interception was, it was behind him. It literally was like, dude, you didn't like learn this in quarterback school. You got to throw it away from where the defender is, only where the offense can catch it. Playing quarterback's hard. I know I definitely can't do it myself, but you could do it better. I've seen it done better, and that's what Arthur Smith was thinking too. I was thinking, though, that Arthur Smith, when he was doing that little pondering thing, he was definitely thinking about, do I do vacation or do I jump back into this, like after I'm fired? Like, do I jump back and go be an assistant coach somewhere, or do I... And there's just like 60,000 people just booing his fucking ass. Just boo, boo.
Hawaii does sound nice, doesn't it?
Oh my gosh, yeah, Hawaii.
I don't know.
I've always wanted to go to Cambodia. Can you imagine? How can you think about peaceful things when your life is in absolute disarray. He went with the mustache. He thought they would be winning games. It would have been awesome. It would have set like a trend. He definitely in his head was like, oh, when they do our interview at the end of the year before the Super Bowl, they're going to be like, Aaron Andrews is going to be like, so the mustache. Let's just tell us about the mustache and the story about it. And then he tells you, he's like, I just thought it was a symbol of power, Fucking weak.
Ted Lasso has one.
Ted
He
Lasso
was a
has
good
one.
coach.
Oh, that's a good joke. That's a good joke.
There you go.
He just fucking binged Ted Lasso the entire offseason. Yeah, that was it. The Commanders, though, they definitely, when I said at the beginning, 3 possessions for the Falcons to tie the game with less than 10 minutes to go. If you're also thinking like, wow, how the hell did the Commanders do this? They just have 0 run game, no presence to end games and control time of possession. They did a piss poor job of it. You can't give a team that many opportunities, or not even make them burn their timeouts. It was 3 and out, 3 and out, 4 and out, gross. And then they get a chance to take a knee after Desmond Ridder hands them a victory. I don't know how much the Commanders paid for that, but, if you got to pay for a couple of wins, you pay for a couple of wins. Arthur Smith is looking to go to Cambodia. He needs some running around money, some Cambodian hooker money. That's God. What he needs. His life is going to be hard. You know who else's life is going to be hard? Derek fucking Carr's life. Texans 20, Saints 13. It's not the kicker's fault, and the kicker keeps missing. Groupie, I'm slowly starting not to be a groupie myself. I was a groupie at the beginning of the year. I was thinking about getting shirts made. I'm a groupie. But he's just missing. He's just missing too much. But I can't even like buy into the Saints. And it's still possible, ladies and gentlemen, for them to fucking go on a crazy run here, because I think they just need to figure out this offense. But let me tell you what I'm going to do. Okay, Cameron, I've been wanting to purchase the all 22 angle so I can see all 22 players at once. It shows you like all the different camera angles. It's $80 a year for the NFL. Like to get like that, the all 22. At least I think it's $80
for all teams, or like
for all the teams. Even if it's for one team, I'm going to purchase it for the Saints. I need to see if is it that we are just running piss poor route concepts. Are we attacking the defense in a way that is preventing us from fucking unleashing this crazy receiving core that we have? Rashid Shaheed's awesome. Chris Olave is phenomenal. Michael Thomas is coming back. Taysom Hill catching the ball across the middle is also something that we need to start seeing a little more of. You got Alvin Kamara playing his ass off. You got Derek Carr, but we just can't score touchdowns. It is blasphemy. And I keep saying it, and you keep asking me, this is the second time you asked me, what does check down Carr mean? Check down Carr means that shit is just not going right on the second level. And he is just constantly finding that man, dinking and dunking it, usually to Alvin Kamara. And, we're putting ourselves in bad positions. I believe there was one play that was late in the game that we threw the ball on like a swing route to Alvin Kamara, and we didn't get a 4th down. Like, it's 4th and 3. We need to throw the ball fucking that way. We don't need to throw the ball that way. We decided to throw the ball that way. And I'm like, it's either got to be our coaching and our schemes are just shit, or Derek Carr's not it. I'm spending $80 fucking to figure out this fucking question, and I will report back to you guys with a Gridiron Junkeez video. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to find out if it's copyright or not, just to share my screen as I'm deciphering this, but I will bring the fucking evidence A. Evidence B. Is it evidence? Yeah.
Yeah.
Exhibit. There we go. I knew it was. I was like, shit. You sound like an idiot right now, and I doubled down on it with B. On to the afternoon slate, and we will go through these quickly because we spent a good deal at the beginning talking about our New Mexico trip, right? So you best fucking believe we took an afternoon nap, dog. You best believe that we took an afternoon nap, and we didn't really watch those games too much.
That's kind of the end. They were all so low scoring, though. I don't think a single overhit. None of them. Yeah,
okay. Well, let's start with the Raiders-Patriots. Raiders 21, Patriots 17. This was a bad beat, Cameron. Bad beat. So it was 19-17. The Patriots had a chance last drive of the game. They were backed up in their own end zone. And Max Crosby, Mad Max, gets a safety on Mac Jones. So the Patriots were down by 2 at the time, and then they gave up the safety, and then they got down by 4, and it was Patriots +3.
Wow.
Bad beat. Lots of people were furious about that. You know what I mean? Patriots, Nick Days said on his show, the pregame show, he's like, I got the Patriots coming in at 35-1 to have the worst record in the league.
Wow.
And as he said it, I was like, no chance, bro. Like Bill Belichick would fucking kill himself before he let it get to that. Even though it wouldn't stop them from having the worst record in the league. He just didn't want to be a part of it. It's looking really good right now. I would imagine those odds are probably down to like 9-1, maybe 11-1.
When did he put it in?
Before the season.
No way.
Yeah. Before the season, he's got that one in.
Wow.
That's a good one to put in, and you just never would have expected it. But the Raiders find a way to get it done. Josh Jacobs looks like he's playing healthy from the little bit that I did get a chance to see, and I just knew that this game would be close because both these teams are below middle of the pack. They're not even approaching middle of the pack. They are battling for the bottom 10 slots of the NFL. On to the next game, though. The Lions 20, the Buccaneers 6. Buccaneers score 0 touchdowns. 0. The Lions didn't put up necessarily as many points as somebody who's a casual might think, because the casual has been seeing the Lions dominate. Lots of points. We are fucking exciting, energetic, electric on the field. And I say we because I need them to win the Super Bowl, preferably over the Ravens. They are a team, though, that was going up against a buzzsaw defense. This Buccaneers defense is up there. Like, it's crazy because the teams are so bad. The Buccaneers and the Saints have 2 of the best defenses in the league. Top 8, for sure, in my opinion. They don't let up a lot of points. They play teams very, very close. And this is a game where if Baker Mayfield completed a couple of his deep shots, he could have got them in position to possibly tie the game late. The Lions needed just to, this is one where it's just like, you can't overlook them. Just got to get the job done. On to next week. And they have the best record in football right now, the Lions. Tied for the best record.
I was looking at that. Good for them.
Next game, Rams 26, Cardinals 9. This was, okay, so we put $100 minimum deposit down on Boyd Gaming. Got $10 in free credit. Make sure you guys go and do that. Best financial decision of your life. I put down a $50 parlay. I know what people are thinking, $50 parlay, but I put down a $50 teaser. And the reason why I did a teaser is because Bill Krakenberger has been just nonstop with these teasers. Every fucking Wisecrack show on Wednesday. He's like, I like teasing the numbers of 3 and 7. So, like, if a team like the Patriots is +3, today you'd get them at plus. You'd want to pump that to +7.
Interesting.
If they're at 7, let's say for example, today
The Cardinals.
The Cardinals were 7-point underdogs.
Mm-hmm.
So use it in terms of the line or the Rams in this case, right? The Rams are 7-point favorites. You'd want to tease them down to 3.
Oh.
Yeah. So you tease between those two numbers when it makes sense. 7 to 3, 3 to 7. Usually you find your best returns there. So I teased. I picked a 3-leg afternooner for $50. I was like, it was a 2-1, or it was a +250 odds. So I was like, all right, I just need something to happen. I did choose the under in the Sunday night football game, so that would have hit. The only one that didn't hit was the goddamn Cardinals, man. The Cardinals, I had teased them to even +13.
Damn.
I teased them to +13. I needed a touchdown at the end. That would have completed the teaser, but it's something I'm going to definitely, when I do stack a bankroll and I can put a nice Maybe 50 was kind of crazy. If I can make it a habit to put $25 like 3-team teasers down, it's something I'm going to look forward to because I really do think like getting those extra points can help me out and give me an advantage. Obviously not in this Rams-Cardinals game. The Rams are looking really, 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 really good. They are shocking the league. Both of these teams are shocking the league. This was one that I thought would come down to the last possession. Wasn't the case. Josh Dobbs he's doing better than anybody could have expected. You see Kyler Murray walking around the sideline there. You're not better, bro. He's just not a better option. Like, I think the Cardinals would be significantly worse for the sole fact of we're over Kyler Murray. We're done with it. Okay, he's going to come back in. He could lead us to a victory, have a couple of big games, highlight plays, whatever. But then he will go on like a 4-game losing streak and everyone will be like, fuck, we're over this little motherfucker. We're done with him. I don't blame him. Jets and the second shocker of the afternoon slate. Jets 20. Hold on, let me do that again. I'm fucking burping. Jets 20, Eagles 14. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. When the Eagles are playing from behind, which it was only that last drive, I think that was like the first time they were behind all year, or at least that I can remember. Like, they have been jumping out on teams early in every single game. So when they were down late because of Jalen Hurts' late pick 6, man, it's just like one of those ones where the recipe had to be perfect. The Jets defense had to play out of their minds for them to even have a shot, and it happened. And it actually happened in all the big upsets today. The Browns defense showed up when they needed to. The Jets defense showed up when they needed to. The Giants defense showed up when they needed to. I don't want to spend too much time talking about the Jets Eagles, though, because it is fluky. Like, the Eagles are way fucking better. It was just a bad decision. One bad decision by Jalen Hurts at the end. They punt that ball away, right? It's still knotted up at, I think it was 14-14 at the time. Yeah.
Oh.
So you had a tie ball game. You had a chance to throw the ball away. You forced it into coverage. It is what it is. Bills defeat the Giants in just an ugly Sunday night football game. 14-9. Giants. Man, the Giants.
So close.
I put down when I saw that Tyrod Taylor was going to be the quarterback, I was like, possible. It's possible for this to happen. And it actually, Cameron, the more that I decipher and I go into this, it's going to irk me even fucking more. It was 90-1 for Tyrod Taylor to score 2 touchdowns. Okay. The perfect scenario needed to happen. I needed the Giants to have the ball on the 1-yard line twice. Cameron, are you starting to see? You starting to see what I'm going with this, right? Like, it was 90-1, 90-1 for this motherfucker to have 2 touchdowns. Oh. I needed the perfect scenario to happen. I needed the Giants to have the ball twice, 2 separate possessions on the 1-yard line. I needed that. The Giants didn't score a touchdown tonight. They were on the 1-yard line twice, fucking both times. One time I can forgive, okay? It was before the half. They had no timeouts, but they also had no fucking como se dice huevos, como se dice ballsack to fucking punch it in with Tyrod Taylor and a quarterback sneak. They also I guess your offensive line is just that bad. Well, it is what it is. Oh, man. It was a perfect scenario. I put $5 down. I would have won $450 fucking dollars on this shit. 90-1 for him to have 2 TDs? Come on, bro. This is the shit that you see on fucking Bleacher Report betting. Like, damn. I wish I would have been that smart. Oh, my God. The Giants played their fucking asses off tonight. The Bills, they struggled. Couldn't find offense continuity. And I think a lot of it came from the Giants' pass rush was getting to them. They were causing a lot of pressure. They tackled him hard twice where he like landed on his shoulder. Those are season-ending type tackles, the way that Josh Allen lands. He like throws, he's off balance, getting pushed, and he just like fucking, like a dead fish right on his fucking shoulder. It sucks. Because that's how you already can envision that's how it's going to happen. And you
don't say that.
It's
He's
tough.
Starting QB, okay.
Well, their offensive line needs to do better. They need to run the ball better. They need to play a lot better football. If the Bills want to be taken serious, they need to fucking turn it on. You can't just beat the Dolphins and think that you're okay. Yeah. Okay? Because this game tonight, definitely, if there was Daniel Jones in here, they still wouldn't have scored a touchdown. I'm not trying to prove that point. But what I'm trying to prove is that quarterback sneak, something. Can we find maybe? I know I don't know. Is the tush push being banned?
Why?
I have to look into this. I have been hearing a lot about it too. They're saying I just have started to see a lot of teams not do it anymore, and I'm like, is it because it's predictable? Even though it's predictable, you can still like make it work. To me, like the best thing that I haven't seen any team do is when a quarterback is like pushing, maybe he takes a second and then the running back and he like in cheerleading 2-1, right? Like 2-1, 2, and then fucking just throw his ass into the end zone like a catapult. That would work. They could have done that twice with Tyrod Taylor tonight, and I'd be $450 richer. We were successful sports bettors, ladies and gentlemen, over this weekend, and I appreciate you guys. If you've made it this far in the episode, listen. Trust me when I tell you this. You will change my life forever. Keep doing it. It's going to make a lot more sense when we're in a fucking fancy-ass studio. We got a huge team. The content's pumping out left and right because this is what you want. You want to see George. You want to see Cameron. You want to see all these big-time guests come in here. And it's all because you guys are sticking around and you're listening to this point. So I do thank you if you've made it this far. We're going to close out on this. The Monday Night Football prediction. Game of my life! It kind of is. I'll start with that, and then we'll close out with we were successful sports bettors this weekend. Game of my life. Cowboys taking on the Chargers. Fucking whatever Justin Herbert stat there is to put bets on. Justin Herbert for 3 touchdowns. Justin Herbert for 4 touchdowns. Justin Herbert for 350 passing yards. Justin Herbert for 400 passing yards. The Chargers are going to absolutely grape the Cowboys. I'm calling it now. It's going to be one of those ugly ones. Like when you watch the Cowboys get lucky and defeat teams by 45 points, that's how this is going to feel. It's going to be nasty. Dak Prescott will throw multiple interceptions. I'm just literally Nostradamusing predicting this right now. I've been stewing on it for a week. Trust me when I tell you, Chargers is the fucking move of the year. Bet responsibly.
Okay. What's the line? Have you seen? I'll look it up real quick.
Hit it. Hit me with the line, Cameron. Hit me with the line once you got it. Okay, we were successful sports bettors this weekend too. I hit a parlay.
Dallas minus 1.5.
I love it.
We're taking Chargers money line.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Justin Herbert as an underdog versus the Cowboys. Come on, bro. Give me a fucking bro. I know I got a Cowboy right over my goddamn shoulder here, but it don't matter. Justin Herbert is dominating that. I should have took the helmet and collided him, but we got signatures on these, and I can't fuck them up like that. Cameron, toss out my lower third. Follow at Gridiron Junkeez. Do it. Do it right there. Bum. Do it. Cameron, tell them where to follow you.
Hello. You can follow me at CameronLee97 on Instagram.
You won a $120 parlay this weekend.
I did. Ooh, college football.
College football. We are now profitable.
We're positive.
And I know this is a football show, but I'm going to close out on this. Rangers, 7 more wins, and I'm $1,200 richer. I'm out of here, people.